Speaking of legacy tech, Microsoft now is at the center of this breach of its email service that could affect tens of thousands of users. Eamon Javers has more on that today. Hey, Eamon.
Yeah, Carl, that's right. You know, the U.S. government now warning companies to check their systems to see if they've been impacted by this. It's a hack that impacts Microsoft Exchange servers, so companies that use that system are going to have to be very careful here about what the impact has been. Here's what we know about this so far. We know that Microsoft warned last week that this was a problem and said that this hack allegedly comes from China. Initially, I'm told by experts I talked to yesterday, the hack was very stealthy, but last week it became extremely noisy and aggressive. That shocked some cybersecurity experts who were surprised to see the attacker here go on the offense in a big way last week. Other attackers are now reported to have piled into the same weaknesses. They were using 4 apparent zero-day vulnerabilities inside the Microsoft Exchange system that allowed other hackers now to exploit the same problems and magnify the scale of the impact here. That's the situation that the Biden administration is now confronting in terms of China and this alleged hack that we're seeing over the past week or so. But remember, the Biden administration is still responding to the SolarWinds hack that's allegedly from Russia that was exposed for the first time back in December. Now, the New York Times said yesterday that the Biden White House is considering covert counterstrikes on Russian networks. But I talked to an administration official last night who clarified that. This administration official saying that cyber strikes was the New York Times' characterization, not ours. We don't know what the article is specifically referring to. So some interesting back and forth there between the administration and the New York Times over what exactly it is now that the administration is considering doing to respond to Russia for that series of hacks that we call the SolarWinds attack. Now, the question is whether they'll respond covertly, overtly, or however they're going to respond with sanctions or otherwise. But if you're going to do a covert attack, Carl, you may not want to have that in the New York Times before you do it. So that seems to be the problem for the Biden administration there.
Well said, Eamon. Eamon, thank you.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.